Hey everyone, welcome back to even more Football Manager 2016 with our Manchester City save as we chase that quadruple. We are about to kick off Season 2. Last season we got halfway there. We won 2 out of 4 trophies, but not quite what we're after. So this season we're going to go hard at all 4 trophies, especially that Champions League. Get that first European Cup on the table. And it all starts today against West Ham United. Not much change from that victory over Arsenal. We've got Kevin De Bruyne, who is coming in for Raheem Sterling on the right wing. We are still missing a few players who are out at the Olympics, so relying a bit on some of the older players. Obviously, the younger players are the ones who get to play because it's under 23s plus a few others at the Olympics. And hopefully we'll get them back in the next month or so. But I think we should be fine today against West Ham. We've got more than a strong enough team, and I just don't think West Ham are that great in this game. So we should get 3 points on the board, get the season up and running. I'd like us to win our first few games in a row without any trouble. David Silva's got a breakaway down the left. He's got a player coming in on his right if he can pick him out. He holds the ball up, looks for De Bruyne, and De Bruyne's there for the open goal to give us our first league goal of the season. It's his first start of the season, and we're 1-0 up. De Bruyne on the edge of the area. Let's come back to him. Steady's trying to go through the middle. Byram clears it, but Kovacic has got there. Now De Bruyne, 2-0. You'll be happy to know that West Ham did manage to get that shot on target in the end. They actually had 2 in the last few minutes, which is good for them. That'll help their morale. But we have had an emphatic start to the season here. Might not have got the goals, but we certainly got the performance. Here is a quick look at those fixtures that we are going to be playing over the course of this episode. Of course, we've beaten West Ham 2-0, but now we have 3 massive games. 1 away at Chelsea, 1 at home at Liverpool, and 1 away at Arsenal. And we still need to find out who we're playing in the match after that in the Champions League group stage. The draw will be soon, once those final playoff games have been seen out. We will get to draw our group, and I think we've got up in the seedings this year, so hopefully we can get a good draw. But it's already a big crunch period in our Premier League season. 3 teams who will all be chasing Champions League football, and I think we can beat all 3 of them because we've got more than a week's rest between each match. I'm not going to change the team from that last match against West Ham. I thought we were absolutely brilliant, and I can't think of how we'd improve it. We've got some fresh substitutes who can come on, the likes of Renato Sanchez and John Stones, but I think that this team will win this match without too much trouble. Even if we are away from home, we've got the strength, and Chelsea have not done enough in the transfer window to improve on their really poor performance last season. Pogba brings it forward, looks for Aguero, and he scores. Excellent goal from Sergio Aguero there, giving us the lead away from home. Chelsea not had a shot yet, and let's keep it that way. Chelsea with a throw here straight after half-time. They'll be looking for a much better performance, and Fabregas has looped in what I think was a header there. It's actually gone down as a Higuain goal, who was our only real summer signing. But we've found ourselves pegged back with our first shot of the match, and how often does that happen? Courtois' goal kick. I will be really disappointed if we lose this match. I'll even be disappointed if we draw, because Chelsea have been poor and we have been the better team, but we've not been putting away our chances, and we're conceding that single goal too easily. But here's Aguero. Can he make it 2-1? He beats his man beautifully and slips in at the near post, and it's 2-1. Sergio Aguero saves us yet again. His 3rd goal of the season, 2nd of the match, and we have the lead with less than 10 minutes to go. Corner from De Bruyne, just 1 minute left. He looks for company. Van Ginkel can't get away, but here's Sanchez. He looks for De Bruyne. Oh, he's given that away to Azpilicueta. Not much time left now. We need to be strong at the back. Otamendi being commanding there. Can Raheem Sterling gets that loose ball? Ivanovic trying to get it over the top. Here's Aguero. Can we hit them on the counter? He looks for Sterling, but Ivanovic cuts it out. 20 seconds left. John Stones now finds company. Just playing it around the back here. I think we're probably safe now. Burnett on the other side in lots of room. He looks for Sterling. It's cleared out though. And that is a full-time whistle. What a win. We dug deep. We got the victory. And we've picked up 3 points in this very difficult run of matches now. We'll be at home in our next games. Hopefully we can take the confidence from this match forward and get another 3 points in our next match. Here is the Champions League draw. We are seeded first. I think the new system from this season onwards, which you'll see in the new FM17 game, is that the champions of the 8 biggest leagues are placed in the first pot, the top seed pot, with rankings deciding all of the other positions. So obviously we could still draw Real Madrid because Barcelona won the league in Spain. Atletico are in there as well. Some tough teams, but it gets a bit easier as we go down. So we are in a strong position. We aren't going to have to worry about 2-3 big teams coming out against us, and I think we'll probably be okay in this draw. The League Cup draw was before this, the third round there, and we were drawn away at the Hawthorns against West Brom. So here is the second draw of the day. We'll quickly pull out the first 8 teams and then have a look who can come out of the second pot. Obviously, Basel's a team that we want, but Benfica and Porto will probably be fine too, and Gelsenkirchen. But everybody else, we'd quite like to avoid if we can. That's not good. 2 of the teams that we want have already come out against other squads. And Zenit get bar. One easy group that will be for whoever gets that. Possibly Tottenham. Atletico or Benfica. Who are we getting? It is Atletico. I had a feeling it would be. That is going to be a tough match for us. Juventus, sort of nemesis from last season, have got Benfica. In the third round, big teams that we want to avoid, obviously Milan and probably Ajax, but I think we could beat them quite easily. And Milan have gone into the Barcelona group, so we're okay there. Arsenal not getting the easiest draw. That Group D is such a free hit. Real Madrid not too badly off. We have got Dinamo Kiev, that's fine, I don't mind that. Tottenham with a tough group as the third round draw. Liverpool still to come out. But nobody else in that group really threatening us. Let's have a look where the teams go. Liverpool get the free hit. Can you imagine being drawn as 4th seed and being given a group as easy as that to work your way through? We have picked out Feyenoord. That's fine with me. Not a difficult group, really. The benefit of being that first seed. Atletico will provide a challenge. We will have to fight to get that top spot. It won't be as easy as last year. But Dinamo and Feyenoord aren't really going to provide much opposition. So we should come through the Champions League and into the knockout stages without too many scares. Game 2 in our very difficult run of 3 matches. We're at home against Liverpool, who you saw joining the Champions League. They did get that Champions League qualification spot last season, but I think, if I remember right, we beat them home and away in the league. So I'd expect us to do the same this season. The Olympics have finished, so you got the likes of Rulli coming back on the bench, and Mauro Icardi's on the bench. He could be a big impact substitution if Aguero's having a bad game. Not that he has been lately. 7.9 rating in his last 5 matches. Not bad at all. No change from the team from the last 2 matches. Having that week's rest means that we can always put out our strongest team, so I don't have to worry about that. And hopefully we can beat Liverpool and set ourselves up for that big game against Arsenal next. We are being relentless at the moment, but Liverpool have got the ball back. They're looking to get something back. Instead, they've given it to Paul Pogba, the worst person to give the ball away to when you're on the attack. And here we come. Pogba trying to pull the strings. He's found Bernat. He beats 2 defenders, cuts inside, finds Pogba, and that was always going to be a goal. What a brilliant start to this match from the team. Paul Pogba with his first ever goal for the club, the £100 million man, gets off the mark. Still in the opening 20 minutes here, but Aguero's got a chance. Emre Can coming across there. Liverpool just haven't looked secure at all yet. Only 36% possession. I'm not sure Jurgen Klopp would be happy with those kind of statistics. But they've got a chance now as they start to string together a few passes. James Milner on the right wing. He swicks it in. There's Daniel Sturridge, and it is 2-1. They've created a goal out of nothing. They're under so much pressure, and we've got to be careful now and make sure we maintain our composure. Silva's corner into De Bruyne. So much space. Finds Kondogbia, and that is 3-1. Jeffrey Kondogbia scores. I think that might be his first goal. I can't remember if he did get a goal last season, but we're 3-1 up after 21 minutes. Half time about to go here, but Aguero's been released. looking for support. He's cutting across. He's going to do it himself. He's found De Bruyne instead, and it is 4-1 before half-time. And we are demolishing Liverpool and on such good form in the start of the season. And Ray Chan finds Douglas Costa. Liverpool starting to pick up their play a bit here. We've got to be careful we don't suffer a very embarrassing collapse. Matip puts it across, but Otamendi's there. What can Silva do? He's picked out Aguero, running in behind the defence. He's got a man running through the middle. It's Paul Pogba, and it's 5-1. Absolute destruction from the team. Liverpool win the ball back, but they don't have enough players to clear it forward. Damage limitation time for Liverpool with 15 minutes left to go. But here's Zabaleta, puts it into Sterling, and it is 6-1. What a performance this is. Liverpool looking for another consolation goal here. Just playing it around, but Zabaleta steals the ball. Even now our players fighting for every ball. Kimmich looks for Silva, brilliantly through, and that is 7-1. David Silva's first goal of the season. 7-1. That was an exceptional performance. 7-1 against Liverpool. And we beat Chelsea 2-1 in our last match. I would not want to be Arsenal right now in our next game. One little interesting fact from that match, you can't see the assists on the screen, but of the 11 players that started the game, only Joe Hart, Vincent Kompany and Otamendi were not involved in a goal. That's how good a team performance that was. That's why these ratings are all so consistently high. Even Joe Hart got a 7.2 despite having virtually nothing to do. Just look at the kilometres run. An absolutely incredible performance. Probably the best one we've had in this save by a mile. We are now the other side of the international break. The transfer window has closed. Nobody went out. Nobody came in. So not too many changes really to talk about in that. We did spend over £250 million on players. So not a big surprise we didn't decide to bring anybody else in. In the international break, quite a few of our key players did get quite tired, so the likes of Paul Pogba will sit out the match day because he's only 80% fit. But it means that players like Renato Sanchez can start. Romagnoli's back in the team in place of Otamendi. John Stones in for Pablo Zabaleta. So a few changes from the team that destroyed Liverpool 7-1 in our last match. This is, for me, a bit of a free hit after those performances against Chelsea and Liverpool. So if we can get anything from today, I will be happy. It is away from home against Pep Guardiola's Arsenal. We did beat them earlier in the season and limit them to essentially just no shots. So hopefully we can do that again today and continue our absolutely perfect start to season 2 in charge of Manchester City. Nobody managed to have a shot on target in that first half, despite us having 60% possession. We have had twice as many shots, but we've just not had accuracy on today. John Stones whips a ball in though, and Szczesny is forced to save it. I'm not sure Szczesny's starting up in goal. Cech must be injured, but here's De Bruyne. Out to Kimmich. He finds Renato Sanchez. De Bruyne again. Goes for goal. Easy save for Szczesny. Arsenal with a corner. Santi Cazorla puts it in. They've still not had a shot on target, but they have upped the number of shots they've had. But Theo Walcott now has put that one wide again. 10 shots they've had, not one on target. Nearly the full-time whistle here. The ball goes in. It's cleared out. El Neni with an opportunity here. Finds Walcott. We do charge that ball down. We need to make sure we don't concede here. I think a draw probably is fair on balance. We are the only team to have any shots on target. We've become so good at stopping teams from getting any shots on our goal. But we're just not able to find that winning touch and get the goals that we need. Turn our shots into actual goals. Just passing it around here. I'm hoping the whistle goes now. Kondogbia clears it. Finds Sterling. That is a full-time whistle. I'll take a 0-0. Not the win that we probably could have got today, but it does set us up brilliantly for our start in the season. Not losing any ground to our competitors whatsoever. Top of the table, 10 points. And Arsenal are actually the closest to us on 6. So we're in a brilliant position already at the beginning of this Premier League season. Well, if you thought we'd have a rest after that intense run of games, you were wrong. We are, for our final match of the episode, going to be away at Atletico Madrid. 4 incredibly difficult games in a row, but we've won 2, drawn 1, and I think we can make it 3 wins today. We've got all of our players back on the starting lineup. Renato Sanchez is in there. with Kondogbia ineligible because we didn't have enough spaces in the Champions League squad. Rather annoyingly, that was my oversight, um, allowing that to happen. But we still got a very strong squad, and I'm not too worried about our longevity in the tournament. Um, I think this team is probably the strongest one we can put out in the Champions League. Maybe putting Kovacic in there for Renato Sanchez, but I'm going to let Renato Sanchez start today, and hopefully we can at least get a draw and an away goal. But I would like to win a game, get back on winning form, ready for next episode. De Bruyne's free kick puts it into Otamendi, and it's gone in. Jan Oblak maybe should have done better there, but I'm not complaining. We've got that away goal that I wanted, and we're 1-0 up away against Atletico Madrid. Mauro Icardi has got himself injured, despite coming on as a substitute for Aguero. So Raheem Sterling is currently leading the line. But David Silva slips it into Raheem Sterling, and that is why he is leading the line 2-0. He can play as a striker in this team. It's not something I've done before, but maybe I should if he's making it 2-0 against Atletico Madrid. This has been yet another brilliant performance from our team in this episode. 60% possession again, as we've had in every match so far, and I can have just no complaints. Beating Atletico Madrid 2-0, having the most possession, that is just unbelievable. The additions we've made in midfield are clearly working, and we are in a brilliant position after 5 matches in this second season. Top of the league and the group, already got the Community Shield, and now we have a relatively comfortable run of games. Our next big challenge is Man United, so we should be able to run through a couple of episodes and pick up a consistent run of wins. Not that we're struggling for that at the moment, despite, look at that, 4 games, Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal, Atletico, and we nearly won all 4. I think we probably were the better team against Arsenal. I think 0-0 probably was a fair result, but I think we would have just edged it if you had to flip a coin. And I am very excited for the season. I really do think that we can do the quadruple. So if you agree, drop a comment. Let me know if you do or not. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the episode today. What an episode it was to start us off for the second season. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.